Well, today's soap is going to be unique to me and you because I will be adding some fresh mulberries. I have never made my own puree before for a soap. I have once added applesauce to a soap, and that's as close as I got. And I did not make that applesauce. I'm also making it with a new soap recipe that I created. So I've created 3 new soap recipes. One of them is going to be a little heavier in the butters. So we've got a little extra cocoa butter and shea butter. I'm not adding any colorants because I'm curious what the mulberries are going to do. Since mulberries kind of stain your fingers when you pick them up, I'm curious what the color is going to turn into in the soap. I'm hoping not brown. Fragrance I'm doing is a mixture. Blueberry cheesecake. It's a very sweet blueberry scent. And then orange essential oil. And I'm combining these to make a different scent because this is not exactly a blueberry cheesecake themed soap, but it is a berry soap. So I wanted to make it fruity. New soap recipe that I've never used yet, and pureeing my own berries, which I've never done before. I know that you are supposed to do a water discount because the juice of the fruit is going to make up part of that water. So let's give this a try. So I have already weighed out and done my lye and my oils. Let me know if you're disappointed that I've already done that. Here are our mulberries. I am going to leave these stems on because I want to see what happens. This is just a 1 pound batch, so there's lots of room for testing. Okay, so we have an ounce, practically an ounce of mulberries. My recipe calls for 5 ounces of water. 3 ounces are already in my lye, so we're gonna add another ounce of water, an ounce or so of water to these mulberries. Splash. Alrighty. So here's our mulberries are already changing the color of the water, and we're going to stick blend them. I think I'm going to add the fragrance to the mulberries. We're going to go ahead and add our lye water to the oils. The only reason why I did not add the mulberries to the lye water is because I'm trying, but I'm not sure if it makes any difference, to avoid the mulberries just turning brown, but they might just do that anyway. So here goes our lye water. Okay, I have my gloves on now. I have a bad habit of forgetting my gloves. Okay, let's add our fragrance and our mulberries and the rest of our water. I'm expecting everything to turn brown as a reaction of the lye, the chemical reactions involved in that. I forgot to check if this blueberry fragrance oil has vanillin. I should probably check that, and I think I will check that here in a second. See what a little stick blending does. That looks very brown. All right, so brown mulberry soap. That's okay. Me and my accidentally brown soaps. I'm used to it. Okay, and I have a little bit left over that I'm going to quickly pour in here. Okay, we get to have 2 little sample bars. All right, see you for the cut. Today is tomorrow. This cracked. It got very, very hot. I put it in the freezer and it calmed down, but I actually ran water over it and kind of... Boris is growling because there's people outside. Boris, they're just strolling in the daylight. Anyway, Boris, relax. So I ran water. Boris, let's look at Boris. Are you having a problem? Look at your eyes glowing with the flashlight. like your toys are everywhere, Boris. That's funny, his eyes glow. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is there was a crack, an earthquake-looking crack. So once the soap was pretty well cured, I ran water over it and just kind of rubbed it in. So we'll see if that was a bad idea or if it's okay. Oh, look at that. See that darkness in the middle there? Boris is having an issue. There we go. I guess it was still a little soft. You see some came off right here. Didn't feel soft on top, but apparently it was still soft. It is kind of sticky. So maybe I'll just let it set for just a little while so that the sides are no longer sticky. I'm just going to set it on the cutter. And while we're here, let's unmold these little samples. These are also quite soft. I'll let those set out too. And then we will cut. I'm going to make these bars 1 inch. 1 inch wide. Since this is a 4-inch loaf, we'll get 4 nice bars of soap here. You see okay? Do you need to be lowered? I think you're fine. You can see. What do we got inside our mulberry experiment? I do think this mulberry soap would have benefited from a little bit of coloring, but naturally it is a brown, tan, natural colored soap. This is a gel ring. I think if the whole thing was warm, they would have all been this color, right? But it only partial gelled, something like that, some sort of weird soap thing. Yep, look at there. Let's see how it smells. I smell the orange, I smell the blueberry, but I actually also smell a kind of a green, kind of what hot processed soap smells like. It's like cooked soap. This is a vegan recipe for people who have a thing about that. I'm not going to sell any of these bars unless somebody messaged me saying, I need a mulberry soap with a ring in the middle. And I'll be like, well, I got you covered. Here I am sitting in my spot. Here's my bars with the nice big old circle inside. I'm looking forward to trying these out. I'm curious if they will be bubbly. These mulberry butter bars. 1/4 of the oils are butter. Therefore, it's my butter recipe. Because you can't have too many butters, or you shouldn't. Because if it's all butter, it's not. I don't know. I'm not educated on the butter thing, but when looking up advice on making soap recipes, you don't want too much butter. Sorry I've sort of neglected my soaping community. Lots of distractions in the days and the nights. But I'm slowly catching up on all the soaps you all have made. So this is my second batch of soap since I have taken a whole month break, and you just really miss it. When you're a soap maker and you don't make soap for a while, you eventually start thinking, man, I want to make some soap. And when you make it, you just feel so good. You feel like you did something. And that's nice. Well, I will see you next time. I don't know what to say in my outro. I feel like I should be saying something.